Like I just have too much of the any percent muscle memory right now. And I'm not playing 100%. I'm not playing 100%. It's like I'm playing a modified any percent with a couple extra items. That's what normally happens if you grind for too long. You start to go on autopilot. Although technically I pick up Spazer on 80% new route anyways. So really don't have that much of an excuse for that. Kovac, have you played Doom Eternal yet? I bought it during that weekend Steam sale. It took me a couple days to finish downloading it. Oh, okay. I played the 2016 Doom. I think a month ago, or maybe 2 months, and I didn't really like Doom 2016 at first, but now that I played it a second time, I really enjoyed it. My only complaint with Doom Eternal is that there's not enough ammo to go around. Which I didn't really have that problem in the 2016 Doom. Yeah, it really does. Like, I think the hardest part of the game is the beginning. Because there is, like, absolutely no ammo. And there's, like, no chainsaw fuel either. You have to fight with those brain robot things, like... What am I supposed to do? I read all the lore stuff in Doom 2016. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed the art to it as well. don't think I could handle doing Ultra Nightmare difficulty. But I should at least give it a shot. Oh, really? Yeah, it's surprisingly like really good. Like my first playthrough, like the lore was completely irrelevant. I just wanted to shoot stuff. Nice, perfect. I borrowed the no sound, no fanfares. I borrowed the patch from somewhere, but I don't remember where. It's gonna shoot me. I think I finished drawing the last sprites for this project, like, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. And don't know what I'm doing. So the last sprite I worked on was the grapple beam animation, and I had lots of mixed feelings about it. Mostly because of how the sprites were drawn to begin with. Because it looked like whoever made the sprite at Nintendo, it just rotated the same sprite and just like put it in the game. So I try to emulate that style. And the other one was, I don't know if it was I think it was like partially redrawn, and then the other half was rotated. So I have a couple different methods going on in the grapple beam animation. Although, from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. But I haven't actually seen it in-game yet. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was any percent new route striking again. Yeah, it really is. Like, I didn't really know how much work went into pixel art, but it's like a full-time job. I knew that's gonna happen. Like, I could only imagine what it's like to do pixel art for, say, fighting games. Actually, I'm wondering if I should change the color to this. I just had the standard Super Metroid blue. Make a character out of this. Yeah, there's a lot more animations than I thought there were. Although, in several points, there's a bit of overlap. So it wasn't the worst thing ever to remake this fusion suit. But the bad thing is that since there was overlap, I could use copy and paste in some parts. But if I ever had to redesign one of the sprites, I got to copy and paste everything over again. Which I have considered redesigning some of the parts, but I kind of wanted to wait to finish first. At least get through this first draft. Physics stuff happens only in certain animations. Yeah, I heard that was a perspective thing. It's like, what do you build first? The character or the game? Nice. Didn't fall down. I feel like that grapple beam animation was a bit on the borderline. Of being really good and a little awkward. Which, in a way, is kind of the same feeling I get with the original animation. I don't know how I feel about that one going left. Left and right grappling animations are different. Like, that one going left looked a little funky. Like it was too rigid. And morph under the spot. Nice. I think this might be the first like fully redrawn sprite that's been made so far. There's some others that exist, but I think they're mostly ports from existing games. Although one of them, well, I don't know if one of these other ones, it's like some kind of anime girl with a puppet. Like, I don't know if that's a brand new thing that's been redrawn, or if it's a rip from something else. Oh, you gotta hear me. Nice. Yeah, I love that Brinstar climb with the rising shot and the down grab. There's so many cool strats and 80% old route. Don't really get to see those in new route. I started shooting too early. And eating my super too. Feels kind of bad. I've been practicing Phantoon, and I couldn't bust out a 2-round on the fly. I mean, I almost did, but it didn't happen. Like, gotta be honest though, like, I'm really enjoying the Varia colors. Get out of here. So at some point during the sprite work, I made a redesign change for the helmet. And so I have two styles of Samus's helmet going on, which I don't know how noticeable it will be. Dude, come on. This attic is a disaster. But anyways, the helmet redesign is like, it'll be very noticeable near the end of the game. But like all these like standard animations, like right now, it's like the standard Super Metroid style helmet. Yo, Leodax. What's going on? It's been a little while. Yeah, I made this smiley face. Yeah, I finished the first draft of this a couple days ago, so I'm doing a playtest. Seeing how well the colors are and how the animations look and feel. I'm quite liking the gravity suit colors. I think it's the suitless fusion suit. It's one I like the least because the colors are extremely saturated. feels bad, man. I refilled for nothing. Just trying to be too stingy with my health. I'm not sure how I feel about the purple visor going on. Like the very suit had a yellow visor going on. Like I get the feeling that it's not the right kind of purple. But the colors on this suit looks amazing. Oh dang, you're colorblind. I should make a ROM hack. I really should, shouldn't I? I don't think I'm getting Mission Impossible. Like I've had ideas about making a ROM hack. But there's just like too many parts. Like I do have a small I do have a small ROM hack planned. Like I have like the map done, at least for the most part, and like all the items and like what kind of theme it has. But it's just too dang complicated, man. The Monic Spline. Yeah, so the suit is done in the sense that I'm done with my first draft. because I'm expecting to do revisions and some color balancing. And so my total time so far that I've worked on this project is like, it's about 6 to 7 hours. So I think when I'm done with my revisions and color balancing, I might be getting pretty close to 80 hours? Or maybe a little bit over 70. I've come a long way. So right now I'm just testing out how it looks and feels in the game. Really? I'm gonna miss that wall jump again. Yeah, as far as the colors go, they are the same ones from Metroid Fusion. No. Grapple Beam was my last animation that I finished. This is like the funkiest one out of every single sprite. But that time it didn't look too bad. One of my favorite parts to making the sprite was doing those arm spike things that Samus has on her left arm. Which they were sort of visible in the Metroid Fusion game. And they were expressed by using 2 white pixels. I thought that was interesting. So I tried to go with the same kind of style they had going on. But since the Zero Metroid sprite is bigger than Metroid Fusion, I had room to put in all three white pixels instead of the 2 that Metroid Fusion's sprite can allow. But it's more like a canvas in a way. I don't know. Size restrictions. I should have turned on Wave Beam. I forgot to do it a long time ago. So part of the things that I might be doing revisions on is Samus's helmet and shoulders, because that was probably the most complicated part. That works. Oh, so to be honest, the space jump animation is like literally the laziest thing I've done. Like, it is just a recolor, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, because, like, it's just, like, the way I see it is just like a mess of, or a blur of colors. So, in one sense, it looks alright. Like, it looks just fine. And in another way, it feels like it looks too big. But yeah, it kind of does look just fine, honestly. I really like the back, Samus's back. She has like some kind of like power pack behind her shoulder blades, and that was kind of my favorite part of doing pixel art on. I got spring ball. That was like getting a true feel of doing pixel art. And I think it's kind of like, the way I would describe it is like turning something big into something small. But since you don't have all the space in the world, you have to abstract some of the ideas they have going on in like at the bigger artwork with your limited amount of colors. So I really do enjoy Pixar a lot more. Mostly because, like, I feel like Pixar, like, at this scale is like an abstraction. Alright, Zeomonic Spline. Where do I go from here? Yeah, when I was first learning about art, I had a really difficult time with why do people like abstract art? Because like my initial feeling was that abstract art was kind of lazy. Because I enjoyed the amount of details people put into their work. But in a way, abstract art is subject to interpretation. Because not all the details are there. I think that's kind of what a lot of modern games miss out on, is that they're not really abstract art like pixel art is. But that's just my idea. The neat thing about abstract art is that since it's subject to interpretation, so when your own perspective changes, you'll see the art in a different way, which is really cool. Nice. Got that spring ball. Yeah, was not the biggest fan of abstract art when I was first getting into art. Yeah, the first thing that really got me into art was like my art history class. That class was the hardest class I ever taken. And like our professor was all like, "You better quit if you can't handle the work." And I'm like, heck no, challenge accepted. And so now art is one of my favorite subjects. Why am I tapping? One more try. Oh, he was bad, man. No. Okay. So much lag. In a lot of ways, I feel like I'm closer to being done than I realize. It's like the more I'm playing, like the more the colors are growing on me. I don't know if I can say the same with the suitless fusion suit. But the Vario suit and Gravity suit just feel right. Although, the visor color could use some work. Swoop again. Yo, Scuttlebugs. I made this smiley face. Door open. That was not the best way to go. I'm getting pretty close to releasing this to the wild. I'm doing a playtest to find out what I need to work on and what I think needs work, I guess. I don't know. Because I'm expecting to do revisions, because this is just like the first go. Yeah, that's a good point. Free playtesting, yeah. I kind of did feel like that when I made the ROM hack randomizers. I'm like, I'm sure there's something wrong with it, but you find it for me. Because in my first randomizer, I did all the playtesting myself and it took forever. But I don't know how I feel about it from an art standpoint. Outsourcing all the things. I don't know about art though, because art can be subject to interpretation. Whereas I feel like with programs, it's It's all about the functionality. Although, so far, I feel really good about what I've done so far. Like, the colors just, like, made it feel right. Although I do want to work on the blue suit, or the fusion blue suit, or suitless. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. Vanilla fusion suit. That one suit, yeah, yeah. That one suit that's blue. I think quite a few people from the Super Metroid community and the SMC3 community are going to be pretty interested with this one. So I want to do a good release. Like, I don't think there are hand-drawn sprites out there. Although there is this one artist who's been using 3D models and then converting it to like using like pro poses and then transposing it to like a sprite sheet. And so he's been doing, I think he did Luigi, and I think he's doing Big Link. They look really good. Yeah, that's right. Which sounds like a pretty good deal to me because it cuts out a lot of the work. And then you have like a good amount of consistency between sprites. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I played Fallout 1, but not 2. But I thought it was really cool that they had pixel art. I mean, I guess these were old games, so... But I never really played them until much later. Actually, I think some of the Doom sprites were like that too. Not sure. Yeah, physical models. I think I remember seeing the one about the Pinky monster from Doom, and they did it that way. They actually made a model and then took pictures and converted it to sprites. Based on clay models and plastic toys. Get the swag strat. So coming up soon is where it's very visible that I made design changes to Samus's helmet. How did I get grabbed anyways? Feels bad, man. But the part where Samus eats a rainbow beam and she's forced to crouch, that's when it's most visible. Really? I'll just complete a run like this just for the memes. But yeah, you can get rid of this by saving quitting. But yeah, this is like the scripted Baby Metroid thing where the Metroid is supposed to be on you, and then at a certain point the game tells it to stop. But since we don't have the Baby Metroid anymore, it's saying it's like this effect is permanent until we start the game. No, I'm not testing stand-up glitch. Oh, this is the slowest moonwalk ever. I'm testing the force kneel. Because I want to see how the animation looks, because as far as all the other animations go, I've seen like pretty much all of them. Yeah, if you can see, the helmet has like a slight change. And then when I stand back up, it's like, it goes back to normal. See, this is the new designed helmet, and I stand up, this is the old style. Which, in some ways, it looks like it makes sense. So I don't know which design do I want to keep. Like, I've grown kind of fond of this new style helmet. I'm not sure about this pose though. Like, that helmet looks really funky, and that's very close to what vanilla Metroid has. But everything else looks really good. How long did all this take? I've been recording my hours of how much this, or I've been recording my progress. And so this took 67 hours so far. So maybe like, I don't know, 70, 75 when I'm done. Span over a few months. I took a month of a break, and it took a couple months to plan what I need to do, because it's like the largest scale art project I've ever done. I wonder if you can blue bomber. With Metroid physics. It's gonna be kind of risky. Oh no, that's really easy. Come on. I'll get that nice back shot. Does this mean I have to save the animals somewhere in the fusion suit? I don't know if I can make this. Fusion is canon? No, my Shine Spark. Space time and keep the baby speed. Unfortunately, you do have to reset for the space-time to work. Although it wouldn't be too difficult to actually make a ROM hack and force baby speed the whole game, even if you reset. Oh jeez, no. You know how much walking there is in Mission Rescue? Although the creator of Mission Rescue made another ROM hack, I think they're still working on it. But apparently it's going to be bigger than Mission Rescue. I need to take this phone call. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for the GGs. So yeah, I'm very pleased with how the suit turned out. I'm thinking I might have to do revisions on the standing animation, because I feel like the arms are a little awkward. And maybe a little too muscular. And I want to keep the helmet design consistent throughout all the animations. And in some parts it feels like the helmet is a little too long. Because most, like in the vanilla game, there was a big bulky shoulder pad, so you couldn't really see the back of the helmet, or the side of it rather. And so I had to fill in some of the blank space. Dear Force. Oh yeah, okay, so in regards to the ending here, this was the original vanilla suit, not the fusion suit. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, because oh shit, not 100. But I don't know if I want to try to find some other mods that people have made, and so I can modify those to suit the Metroid Fusion look. And as well as with the pause screen, because the wireframe is the original Super Metroid one. So in some ways it's out of scope of my project, because I want to make this compatible with SMZ3, because the program was made out of that community. Or if I want to outsource it to someone else, if someone else was interested, or yeah, make it like a deluxe thing. Like, yeah, here's the standard patch, so it's kind of like it doesn't change that many things. Because all the other sprites, they don't have all these extra patches on top of them. So to keep it like a fair playing field, I don't want to add extra stuff. Just redo the animations and that's it. And then I think later on I could work on some of those extras like the ending and the wireframe Samus. Or I could do a full-on colored one and not do a wireframed one, because the Project Base and Hyper Metroid, their pause screens, they have a fully colored Samus on there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but that'd be something for another time. Yeah, really close to finishing this, so I'm likely out of the tournament by next week. So I'll be really focusing on that like next Sunday or Monday. But yeah, I'm going to take a break for a while, and then I'll come back to a practice stream. Thanks, Kovac. Slaughter's is going to be the hardest opponent I've ever faced in a tournament. Like, I feel like Zost doesn't count because Zost is god tier. Oats and Goats wasn't too bad, but that's because it was a randomizer. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'll see y'all later, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.